Insurance companies often use terms you've never heard before. Three of the most common ones are deductible, coinsurance, and copay. A deductible is the amount you need to pay toward your covered medical expenses in a policy year before your health insurance kicks in. Coinsurance is a percentage of your covered medical expenses you pay after you've met your deductible. A copay is a fixed amount you pay at the time of service. The easiest way to explain these is with an example. Let's say Joe's health insurance has a $250 annual deductible, 20% coinsurance for seeing a preferred provider, and copays for doctors, office visits, and prescriptions. One day, Joe has an accident on his bicycle and he ends up with a swollen knee and a cut that needs stitches. Since this isn't an emergency, Joe goes to an urgent care clinic that's a preferred provider in his health insurance network. Joe's x-rays don't show anything broken, so he just gets stitches and a prescription for a painkiller. This is the first time he's used his insurance policy this year, so Joe hasn't met his deductible yet. That means he's responsible for the first $250 of his urgent care clinic bill, which meets the deductible, then just 20% of the remaining network charges. Joe's insurance company will pick up the remaining 80% of the network charges. At the network pharmacy, he has a $30 copay for his prescription, so that's all he pays for the medication. About 10 days later, Joe goes to his regular doctor to have the stitches removed and pays a $30 copay for that visit. His knee is still bothering him, so the doctor orders an MRI at a preferred provider. Since Joe meets his deductible, he'll only need to pay his 20% coinsurance for the MRI, and the insurance company will pay the other 80% of the network charges. So there you have it. A deductible is the dollar amount you'll need to pay toward your covered medical expenses in a policy year before your health insurance starts paying. Coinsurance is a percentage of your covered medical expenses you're responsible for after you've met your deductible. You're sharing the cost of your covered medical expenses with your insurer. A copay is a fixed dollar amount you'll pay at the time of service for certain covered medical expenses like prescriptions and doctor visits.
Out-of-pocket max is $7,000. After that's met, they'll pay 100%. If you know your premium cost for students without an assistantship per month is $170. Out-of-pocket max means that you have paid everything out of pocket. You paid up to $7,150. So after that, you've met your deductible, and then you're far from your deductible, you've paid up to $7,150 per policy per year. And then they will pay the rest at 100%.
So, I have a question. So, the copay is not counted as the deductible, right? So basically,
your copay is at AUMC. That's your first point of contact. After that, if you're referred out, then your $250 deductible is applied at that time.
Okay, so it's like you pay the copay first, and then when the rest of money, and then
your copay and your coinsurance and deductible are two different things. Your copay is at AUMC. If you're referred out, then does your deductible come in. At that point, 80% after the 250 is met, you pay 80%, and no, they pay 80% UHCSR, and you pay 20%. I'm sorry.
Okay, let's see if you go out of the like the clinic, do you still have to pay the copay?
That's part of your debt. Yeah, yes.
You still have to pay the copay first.
You-
80% of the total amount or 80% of the total amount minus deductible. So you first pay the $250. After that, let's
You
see
pay
what
the 250 first.
Yeah. After
United
that,
Healthcare covers 80, and then you pay a 20%. That's you. I'm sorry?
80 of the amount, whatever is left.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say your total bill is $1,250. So you pay the first $250, and on the $1,000, 800 is paid by the insurance company and 200 is paid by you.
Yes,
Correct? Okay.
that's correct.
And copay thing. Okay, so you said the copay applies. The $25 copay applies when you go to AMC.
AUMC,
AUMC.
Auburn University Medical Clinic. Yes.
But let's say they do the treatment or everything over there. So do that deductible thing comes into picture?
Not at AUMC. AUMC, it's a copay. If you're seen by a provider, it's a copay.
So let's say you go for whatever service you want. You go there, you only have to pay the copay of $25, and everything after that is on the insurance company.
That's correct.
Okay.
Thank you. Mhm. Okay, I want you to guys know, as far as insurance is concerned, these are your exclusions. Acne, all of these, and there are 38 of them. These are the top 10, and I just want you to know that these do apply. And if you do go for any kind of medical care and this comes out, it's not going to be covered. So I just want you guys to know, and that way you're aware of it. And also, please be sure to look at the summary brochure for additional exclusions, and that way you're not surprised by a bill. If you are surprised by a bill, please come and contact us, and we'll be happy to help you with any kind of concerns, and we'll try to do our best to reach out to the best resource that we can to explain it or fix it, whichever one is best. How do you pay for your insurance bill? I get that question quite a bit. You will be charged on your bursar bill. If you add a dependent, they will also be on your bursar. You can waive out of United Healthcare as long as your policy is equal to or better than. Domestic students, it'll be on your AU Access. International students, please see one of us. I just want to be sure that you guys know that if you do waive out and you're international, that we do the repatriation, and that will be taken care of in our office. GRSB is your fellowship that you do receive from the grad school, and that is towards your insurance. It's $450 a semester, which is $900 a year. And so if you do have an assistantship, whether you're domestic or international, your insurance is really not $1,000 per semester. You do receive this additional assistance from the grad school. It's just not everyone knows that that's what it's for. It's just GRSB, and that literally means graduate school fellowship, but that's what it's for and it's meant for. And if you do receive a refund, then we do have to grab that back, just so everybody knows, because I get a lot of questions about that as well. Does anyone have any questions about that? Where you go, guys? Anybody have any questions?
Are these slides posted anywhere?
We can post them if you like. Okay, awesome. There's also a brochure if you need it when you come in, or at the back table. We will have a panel question in a little bit. This, again, is our information. Anytime you have a question or you need us to regard anything as far as a bill, a claim, EOB, which is explanation of benefits, we'll be happy to address that for you at any given time. We will have Leo BGYN here. We will have AUMC here. We do have AUMC, Leo BGYN, student pharmacy, as well as United Healthcare representative here to answer any specific questions if you need them in the grad school. if you need them answered at any time. So if you have any questions.